Hey everybody, it's Griff with the Hookup Tackle. I'm sitting here being joined by CJ, aka Desert Bassing on YouTube and Instagram, and I wanted to take a couple minutes to sit with you guys and talk about this new jig that we got in the shop. Alright, it's called the Mickey Head Jig from Imakatsu. It's an amazing jig, so let's get into it. God, it's a big one. Oh, nutsack in your mouth.
Does it have like a heavy wire hook on there?
It's got a pretty thick hook on there, dude. Alright guys, so the Mickey Head Jig is a very unique jig because of its head shape. Alright, so you've heard us call it like the Nutsack Jig, the Ballsack Jig. Nutsack in your mouth. And stuff like that because, I mean, look at it, right? It looks like it. It's not a jig that you want to use to flip. It's not a jig that you want to drag. It's a jig that you want to use that will stand up and you can pop it. So maybe like the shaky head version of a jig. Right, guys? It's super unique. It stands up perfectly. That hook right there, when this thing is laying flat on the ground, that hook is straight up and your trailer is up. I recently went on a trip and I had a chance to spend a lot of time with this jig right here. I was throwing it in a river with moving water on rocks. I was not looking for cover. I was not looking for brush. I was not looking for grass. I was looking for like the flattest ground I possibly could find, and I was able to catch a few fish, mostly smallmouth on it, and they really liked the presentation of it. I'm just flipping it out there. I'm popping it, letting it stand for a split second, pop it again. I'm not doing a ton of movements with it. One good thing about it is when you're throwing a football jig, you're going through that slow drag and it can get kind of like boring. You're getting caught in grass and stuff like that. But with this one's definitely going to be a little bit more active. You're going to use it a little bit more aggressively, and you're going to pop it and shake it a little bit more. It's definitely a dope one. It can take a lot of different trailers on there. One big thing about this one is that the bait keeper on here is on the outside and it's pretty far from the hook. Alright, so if you have thin trailers, it's going to cut them. So when you put your trailers on, just be aware of how you're putting it on the hook right there. So you're going to want to put the thinner end towards the front of the hook and make it a little bit thicker towards the back. Alright, unless you got a really thick trailer, and then you can put it on like that. So the trailer that I was using was the Megabass bottle shrimp in the 3-inch. I felt like this one fit it really well at the time. I'm normally a doe live crawl type of guy, but I wanted to change things up a little bit, and it worked really well. I didn't need a ton of commotion on there. Those fish are in a pre-spawn and they're super aggressive, so I just wanted them to get a presentation a little bit thicker in the claws, or a little bit longer in the claws, but there you go. Alright guys, there you go. So if you notice that trailer is not dead center on that hook, alright, but when it comes up, it's going to come up and it's going to flop. And you're going to bounce it and it's going to flop. That bait keeper is not poking through there, so you're not going to get a lot of tearing on that, but it's going to hold the bait on there. You're definitely going to need to trim the skirt to match your trailer, but it's definitely a good jig to throw. It's definitely fun to throw. Yeah, so go out there and have a good time. The Doe Live Crawl is also a good trailer for it. So the 3-inch, and then, you know, match the color. This jig comes in 9 colors. It's in 3/8 and 1/2 ounce. So go out there, don't be scared to experiment with different trailers and different retrieves and stuff like that. It's definitely super versatile. It's not gonna be boring to fish. You're definitely gonna need to move it a little bit to get it to stand up, get to like bounce on the bottom. The skirt has this crazy flotation action to it, quivers, and it's pretty dope. And it just gets bit, guys. So, you know, you got your green pumpkin chartreuse, you got your peanut butter and jelly, you got your green pumpkin, you got green pumpkin blue, you have a shrimp color. There's many different options here, guys. So grab a couple, try them out, see how you like them. Let's talk about gear. You guys probably could have guessed that I'm throwing this on the Xbites, Megabass P5 Xbites, all right? And I'm pairing it with a Zillion HD, the 2022 Zillion HD, 16-pound fluorocarbon. I'm using Sniper right now. So this rod right here for me is the perfect open water jig rod, all right? Something that I'm not gonna wanna go into cover. I'm not gonna do a ton of like yanking and snapping with it. This rod right here, it's super sensitive. I can feel everything that I'm dragging it on. It fits this jig perfectly, and I was using the 1/2 ounce most of the time, so it was a great combo for me. If you own an Xbites, try this jig out. If you do not own an Xbites, I would definitely recommend it. And then, you know, a Zillion HD is just a super sick reel. You can't go wrong with the Zillion HD.
They're dope.
It's got a clicky drag. All right, guys.
Hate on a clicky drag.
Huh?
You can't hate on a clicky drag.
You can't hate a clicky drag, dude.
It's a work of art.
There's only one person on the planet that hates on a clicky drag, and that's Ben.
Of course.
Yeah. So definitely go out there and have some fun. All right. Everything's starting to warm up. The fish are out there. They wanna eat. They wanna scare things away. They're putting things in their mouth. So go out there, jam some hook sets, and see what you can get accomplished. Here's a couple fish catches for you guys, and enjoy. Thanks a lot, guys. I just unhooked this fish and then yeah. Well, he just came out of nowhere and just fucking snatched it up. This is a fatty too. This one's fat. I pitched into this grass flat right there, and then my jig went this way and just whew. Triple flip. There's another one right here too.
See it? You went right past it. That's a big one.
He saw this and fucking split.
Oh, this one's so fat, dude. Red-eyed bandit. Ooh, you about to go on a ride. You gotta come up this hill, fish. Dude, there was a big largemouth that's bigger than this fish.
That's a good one, dude. That was him down there?
There's a shit ton of them down there.